Welcome to part 3 of the Caldwell Stable Table video series. The first one, I introduced you to the stable table and what a welcome addition it was to my range. And then I upgraded the feet to really nice wide platform swivel feet, which makes a lot of sense. I put some plastic caps on the end of the tubes to kind of dress it up a little bit. And the next thing I wanted to attack was the super slippery plastic top on this. Just, you know, always, you just bump something with your elbow and it's off the table and on the ground. So getting a little more grip on this table made sense. And one of my viewers actually said, hey, you know, I'm thinking of using bed liner on mine. I got to thinking, I've got leftover bed liner from when I did my truck. You know, get creative with the coloring. And I think we can have a pretty good solution here. And you don't even have to spray it. You don't have to get into masking and all of that stuff. All you really need is a paint roller. And I've got all the supplies listed in the description below. And, you know, leave in the comments what your preferred color would be. I'm sure you can find tint in Raptor that will work for whatever color you want. I went with a GM white and a standard black to get the same color gray that was pretty much the plastic color anyway. I like the idea of the gray. I think it's going to be a great color for reducing the amount of sunlight coming back on me and also not being so absorbing of the solar gain in the hot California sun. So anyway, that was my thinking, but do let me know in the comments what you guys like for colors. But I think this is going to dramatically improve the look and feel of this. I did the seat as well. I'm not sure I'm going to keep that hard plastic seat on there, but I wanted to try it with the bed liner on it just to see if it was a little more comfy. So yeah, that's this is the third iteration in my stable table series, and I think this upgrade is probably the best out of all of them so far, besides possibly the feet. Let's check it out. This is the Raptor bed liner product. This is a tintable base version with a full container of white tint. So we're going to make up this white chemical. We're going to already have one in black from a previous project. We've got the hardener and the all-important adhesion promoter and a really good paint mixing cup to get the ratios right. And this is pretty much our prep stuff. We are going to scuff this plastic up a little bit, and we're going to use some alcohol, pure isopropyl alcohol, to kind of do a final clean on it before we apply the adhesion promoter. But a couple of things I want to point out here. Raptor makes a great product. They have absolutely terrible support in the US. I can't say enough bad about that experience, other than to say that I've used this product on my truck extensively and it is fantastic. So I do love the product, just not wild about their support. And another one, the Caldwell, I tried to go through their customer service to just get a simple answer. What plastic is this top made out of? And no one could tell me. No one at Caldwell or any of their parent companies could tell me what plastic this was made out of. Now, I think it's low density polyethylene, but I really wanted an answer so I could make sure I was taking the right steps with the finish. But I think we're on pretty safe ground. Raptor seems to believe that this adhesion promoter will work with this polymer. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to clear off this table, scuff it a little bit, wipe it down with alcohol. We are going to be doing the seat as well. And then we're going to roll this product on rather than spray it, because we already have a textured surface here. And we are going to put it on heavy with a textured roller. All right. Next up, we're going to wipe her down with this pure isopropyl. Next step is the Raptor adhesion promoter. And now we've got to let this surface dry for 20 minutes. Okay, now why did I complicate this by going with a color that this product typically isn't available in? They really want to sell you black or white, but you can create any color you want. They have lots of different tints available. But the simplest solution for me, because I already had black, was to get white and then mix them to get a gray. Now, why gray? Good question. The reason I want to go with gray is because I don't want black, because the solar gain is just going to make that so hot here in California to work on. But I also don't want to go with pure white either, because that's going to reflect a lot of sun back on my face. So I wanted to kind of get an intermediate color, which is gray. So that's what we're after here. We're just going to try and get a close match to what was originally molded in the Caldwell Stable Table. So the first step is going to be to take our tintable base, open that product up, and we are going to dump this whole thing of tint right down the yap of this bottle. Now this tint does not activate the product. All it does is give it color. So this product should be stable in the bottle for quite some time. And I do have some projects in mind here on the channel for some future use of this. Now we want to shake up that product that we put the tint in, get it incorporated really well into the tint base. All right, I think we're pretty well mixed up there. Now the one I want to pay attention is the 3-to-1 ratio. And I'm going to go right to there. All right, I'm going to bring in 1 unit of black. I'm going to add this slowly just to see where the color ends up. So I know the black is way stronger than the white. That is actually a really cool shade of gray. I'm just trying to scrape the side of the mixing cup here to get everything incorporated. Wow. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's a pretty good color match for what's on there. Now, the genius of these ratio cups is that I just follow, if I see a 3 on the left-hand side, I'm going to fill it up to the 1, and that'll give me a 3-to-1 ratio of hardener to product. And that's what the boffins at Raptor tell me I need. So this should put our ratio right on the money. And there we have it. Now you want to make sure you get this mix really, really good. Scrape those sides, get everything incorporated so that your ratio is as accurate as possible. And the color will be stable when you roll it too. That's looking pretty good. Gonna dump this into our paint tray. Get our roller wet. And we are ready to get this on the Caldwell Stable Table. Well, folks, that's about it. let's wrap this up. Thank you, America. We are now unburdened from what has been, thankfully. But I really want to talk to you about this bed liner on the top of this Caldwell Stable Table and on the seat. It is just, it's comfy. It's not as slick. You don't feel like you're going to go flying off this thing. And the grip on the tabletop is much better for the bags, for your pellets, for everything. It definitely, I want to thank the viewer that recommended the bed liner to me, because it was a fantastic idea. I am really, really happy with how this turned out. Anyway, leave me a comment below if you are an expert in the plastics industry and maybe you have a Caldwell Stable Table and maybe you can identify exactly what polymer this is on the top. Like I said, Caldwell was completely incapable of coming up with that answer for me, and it really surprised me. You know, they told me that it's designed in the US and manufactured overseas, but if you're designing something, you're specifying the material. That you don't leave that up to the manufacturer to decide. But anyway, in any event, if you know, do leave it in the comments for me. I'd love to find out for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be a light in the darkness and have an awesome, awesome week.